Hey everybody, it's Ryan from myafterschooltoys.com with another toy review, and today is part 2 of our Starcom review. We're going to talk about some of the heroic figures and how they worked, and we're going to look at some of the smaller vehicles. So let's start off with the figures themselves. You can see them right here, and in perspective to other figures, they're kind of tiny. Let's see if we can use Mr. Beetlejuice here to show the difference in size. They're very, very tiny, which was kind of cool. I mean, they were really easy to fit in your pocket, and they came with some cool vehicles that were made small for them. So the figures were really neat. They had a little flip-up visor, like this one, which was kind of cool. You could put it behind their helmet. We'll flip it on. His is coming off. There we go. So that's kind of cool. And then, of course, magnets on their feet, and the magnets operated everything in the Starcom universe. So very cool. Let's move these aside, and I will give you a look at one in the package right here. So this is the package they came on. They were pretty small cards themselves, and they came with the figure in the front, and then of course the backpack, gun, and hose as the accessories, and they pretty much all came with that. Different guns, of course, but the same type of setup for accessories. And then on the back, you have all the figures. There's a little bio card right here. This is Al Evans. And proof of point right there. And these were 1986, excuse me, from Coleco Industries. So, very cool toys. So what I wanted to do was kind of look at some of the smaller vehicles that they had and kind of show you how they operate, because they really did have some cool features to them. So we're going to start off here with the battle crane. And the whole thing with Starcom is they're moving freight back and forth, and they have to have vehicles to do that. So the battle crane was one of those vehicles. And you can see that it had extending legs right here that you could move. And you could place a figure on top, like that, to guide it along, taking the cargo from one place to the other. Let's separate it off the cargo box for just a second and look at that. These were cool little cargo boxes because you could put figures and accessories inside of there, like that. And then we'll put the battle crane back on top. And then what was cool was, if you need the battle crane to fly, there's a little button on the top right here that you pushed back, and the little hovers came out, so it could take off. So very cool little feature like that. But we know that the Shadow Force was always lurking to mess up Starcom, so they had to have a battle mode for all of their vehicles. So we're going to remove him from the box here, and we are going to fold up his legs like this and like this, and push them inside, just like that. And then on this side, fold up that leg and push it inside, and fold up that leg and push it inside. So now it's in battle mode. But here was the cool thing. There was a little button on the back, and that, when you pushed it, opened up the cockpit, and your little Starcom figure could actually sit protected inside. And also these little guns popped out. And then you also had a big cannon in the front that swung out. So I mean, this little crane here had some weapons for sure, hence the name Battle Crane. So very cool little figure, and very cool little vehicle. Alright, and then you could sit him back on top of the cargo if you wanted to, because it's all magnetic. So he could take off with that. So awesome little vehicle. So we'll sit him right there. Next we're going to look at the railgun. And the railgunner is pretty cool. Pan out a little bit there so you can see the wheels. Alright, now you can already tell that it's got some guns that are hidden up here, but when it popped into battle mode, there was a lot to see on this little vehicle. And one thing you want to notice, and I'll put it back here to compare it to the battle crane, is they were all kind of the same size and shape, which was cool because they could fit into the larger vehicles. See, that's the same, almost the same size as the box there. So very cool. So in theory, you could actually put the battle crane on top of the railgunner, like that. Very nice. Okay. So let's look at the features here on the railgunner. See, it's got 6 wheels on it, like an all-terrain vehicle. Now I'm going to hold this because, of course, they all run on springs, and this thing is going to go flying because the spring has almost run out on it, and when I open it, it's going to pop. So I'm going to hold it very carefully, and I'm going to push this button here, just like that, and up pops the gun. And what's really neat about it is it has a little fold-out cockpit here with a magnet inside. So you could go ahead and stick a figure in here, just like that, and he's set to go. There's your gunner on top. And then down here at the bottom, you push this button, and that opens into another seat, just like that. So you could put your other guy driving in front. And he had an important position because there's 2 little lasers that fold out right there. So there's the railgun. Very cool. I love all the little surprise attack modes that it had. All the little features. And then this gun, of course, could pivot. So very nice. Okay, so we'll go ahead and stick that back here. And we'll look at our last vehicle for today. Get it out right here. Alright. This is a Skywolf. This is a very cool little vehicle. Unfortunately, it's old, and the winding mechanics on it have kind of worn out, but you'll get the basic gist of it and how it works. Okay, so it folded up into a little square, again, kind of matching the same shape as the box as well. And what was cool about it was there's a little button in the back, and if you push the button, it would fold out into the spaceship, just like that. And then it had a magnet on top, so you could stick another figure on top if you wanted to, just like that. And it also had a working canopy. If you push the button, it would flip open, which I always thought was a really cool little feature, like that. And then you got your driver inside. And what was cool about this is this little thing did fold up, so you could fit it into other vehicles and have it deploy if you needed it to, just like that. So that is some of the good vehicles in the Starcom line for the good guys. We are going to do another review soon with some of the Shadow Force vehicles, and we'll get to see those close up. So that has been myafterschooltoys.com video review of Starcom Part 2. And we ask that you check out our website at myafterschooltoys.com so that you can see a ton of these other toys there, as well as Transformers, G.I. Joes, GoBots, He-Man, anything you can think of from the 80s as far as boys action figures and toys go, we've got. So come check us out there. And until next time, we'll see you later.